The Sammy Hager years are one of those things that, for the longest time, many vinyl people said, oh, when are we going to get reissues? Or, oh, man, I can't believe how much the original pressings were to find. Well, the record we're talking about today is the Van Halen Live Right Here, Right Now, from the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour. And this one is one of those ones that was just never on vinyl in the first place. So it was like people like me, even if I had hunted down a original pressing of For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge and Balance, but then I still had that like,
I'm missing the thing.
And actually, I did a review on the channel. You can look it up here on the Infectious Groove channel. There was a 3 LP bootleg of this that wasn't terrible. I won't redo that video now, but if you're interested in finding out about that bootleg, go look at that. But last record store day, the floodgates of the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen finally started to open, which I was shocked that this was the first thing they went with. But they did an official release 4 LP special pressing of Live Right Here, Right Now, which I was, like I say, I was shocked that
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, the first thing, I just couldn't believe that was the actual first thing that came out from the Van Halen camp in quite some time. So we're going to walk through the things that we usually do with it. First of all, the packaging, I think, is absolutely fantastic on this. A lot of times when you get into 3 or 4 LP category, they instantly throw things into a box, which there are pros and cons for. Overall, I don't love having it all in a box. Like, I like having it in each individual sleeve.
Yes.
And then when you do that, then there's all sorts of different ways you can get into the origami of how you're going to fold it, right? But I like this, that it's a book, almost like it's got a spine on it and the 4 LPs. To me, it's the absolute best way you could do.
Yeah, they definitely put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, and then as far as the packaging goes, if you ever did have the old CD or cassette, there's a lot of imagery, of course, a bunch of concert photos and whatnot across it, but they managed to work all of that in, and I don't think to me, it feels like if this came out on vinyl in the first place, this is what it would have looked like. Like, it's not a
that tracks
retroactive, like, we're going to jazz this up. Like, it just seems like that's how it would have looked in the first place. As far as sound, absolutely fantastic sound as far as I'm concerned. This is one of those live albums that you always hear how much retouching was done and how much of it is actually live, and I don't care. I like the sound of this live record, whatever you want to call it. I've always liked the sound of it, and in the bootleg video I talked about, the only big issue I had with that was the sound level. With this, there's no sound issue. It is extremely loud, extremely clear. The sound, it's great for me.
You very much, like, even if it's like quote unquote live, I was just gonna say you very much feel like you're there.
Yeah. Like, I saw that the first time I saw Van Halen was on that tour, and it felt like the show I saw.
Yeah, that's cool.
We always cover price and value last. Now, with this particular thing, this is a little bit weird because this is a Record Store Day piece. So when it was sold on Record Store Day, it was sold for 120-ish, depending on where you had. Some places had it as low as 100, some had it like 140, 120-ish. But as with all things in Record Store Day and record collecting, now everything that you can find is on the aftermarket, right? So for me, when you get into the value of something like this, it's almost like how important is it to you to have this particular one because it's on like a red marble vinyl?
Yeah.
I will be, I guess you can maybe, the internet is forever, so hopefully I don't have to eat these words. I will be shocked if this doesn't see a reissue in plain like black or even a clear vinyl or whatever. I would be shocked if there's not another pressing of this record eventually. I don't see this one pressing of it being a thing. So here's basically how I would do it. And I think you've heard me say this before to people. If you feel like this is something you have to have the red Record Store Day pressing, get it sooner than later because it's going to continue to go up in price. If you feel like, hey, I want that record, but I don't absolutely have to have it, I would just wait. I wouldn't even pay the escalated prices because I think it's there's going to be a repress of it eventually.
Eventually. So basically what you're saying is if you want the red vinyl, you should get it right here, right now.
Right. Yeah. Good one. Yeah. Yeah. Pay attention to the name of the album and grab it now. So that's a little bit of what we thought about the Van Halen. I know we're late to the party on this one, but it's just one that we didn't get around to covering when Record Store Day was last year. So something I thought we'd circle back and cover on here. If you have any pressings or questions that you want us to cover or that you have for us, by all means, leave a comment for us. If you're in any Van Halen groups or vinyl groups on Facebook or Discord or anything, and you want to share this video out, that would help us a great deal. Drop a like on the video if you would, because that's the easiest way to help us out. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.